Begin this broadcast with a quick news alert. India is set to launch the second phase of repatriation plan called Vande Bharat. From the 16th of May, 149 flights will be operated to bring back the stranded Indians from 31 countries. For more details on this story, we are going across to WION's correspondent, Siddhant Sibal. Siddhant, over to you.
Well, yes, India has announced that the second phase of the mega repatriation plan is about to start. It will start, as you told our viewers, from 16th and continue till 22nd of May. 31 flights, 31 countries and 149 flights will be deployed. And we know, even as we speak, the first phase is underway to India. We know flights are coming from Bangladesh, from Muscat, from US, from UK. But under the second phase, there will be the maximum number of flights will be coming from United States at 13, followed by UAE at 11, Canada 10, Saudi Arabia and UK at 9. And Kerala remains the top focus clearly, with a lot of flights coming to Kerala. Approximately 31 flights will be coming to Kerala, followed by Delhi at 22. And of course, we know that the government of India's focus is to get back more and more people. In fact, even as we speak, we know that India has announced that it will send INS Jalashwa again back to Maldives. We know that Jalashwa just came from Maldives with approximately 698 Indian citizens. And again, it will be going to Maldives and will bring back a lot of citizens. Approximately around 1,500 to 2,000 Indian citizens are expected to come back from Maldives. Also, the Indian government has announced that it will be allowing Air India flights from Maldives to Indian cities like Delhi and other parts of the country, so that the Indian citizens stranded in Maldives can come back. So, by and large, the second phase is expected to be much bigger in scale in terms of number of flights, in terms of number of people that are expected to come back. In fact, if I can talk about the numbers of people who have been brought back till now in the first phase, it is approximately around 6,000 and it is still underway. So expect the number to go above this number as well. But by and large, this operation requires number of coordinations between the Home Ministry, between the Ministry of External Affairs, other ministries, so that this becomes a smooth operation. Also, we know that this is a paid operation in terms of people have to pay to get back to India. It depends on which part of the world you are in. When it comes to the Gulf, the Indian government has negotiated 15,000 rupees to come back from the Gulf. When it comes to the UK, it's 50,000. When it comes to the US, it is around 1 lakh. Also, when it comes to the naval deployment, the cost is around $40 if you want to come back from Maldives, from Malé to Kochi. So it depends on which part of the world you are stranded. And of course, this is the biggest repatriation process of the Indian government, bringing back people stranded not only from a specific part of the world, but across the world.
Absolutely, Siddhant, stay with us on the phone line. This is a massive operation that India has undertaken, not only in the air, but by naval ships as well. Like Siddhant was mentioning, Indian naval ships have been bringing back Indians stranded in Maldives and other island nations close to India. And now, a second phase of Vande Bharat mission is starting, and close to 150 flights will be operated to bring back stranded Indians from so many countries. Now, Siddhant, you were mentioning some of the costs that passengers may have to incur, because there is a difference between repatriation and evacuation, isn't it?
Well, yes, of course. This is not an evacuation mission. This is a repatriation mission. This is the largest repatriation mission of the government of India since, of course, the independence of the country. But this is called as repatriation. Primarily, it's a paid one because people have to pay to come back. We know there are specific reasons the government of India has listed. Only if you are under those listed compelling reasons you can come to India. These include if you are being deported, or if you are a migrant, if you are a pregnant lady, or perhaps you are someone who has lost his or her job. Then, of course, the Indian government will be making sure that you are on that flight, you come back to India. But if it's not compelling reason, then you can stay back. Also, if you are elderly, you can come back to India. So Indian government focus is to bring back more and more people as they can come to India. They have been stranded for months now because India announced this lockdown. Also, we know that the Indian government has been making sure that they reach out to these stranded Indians. We have been speaking to envoys across the world. In fact, WION is the only channel in the country which has reached to maximum number of Indian envoys, approximately 30 Indian envoys, and they have spoken how they are reaching to the Indian stranded, especially the tourists, like for example in Southeast Asian countries, number of Indian tourists have gone on. They went there for only a week, they got stranded there for a month now. So how the Indian mission is making sure that they get food, they get accommodation. The same situation is in countries like New Zealand, in Australia. When it comes to UK and US, the issue is regarding the Indian students, not the tourists, but the students who had gone there to study, but they got stuck. And of course, how the mission is reaching out.
Siddhant Sibal getting us all the information. Quick news alert this afternoon. In second phase of Vande Bharat mission, repatriation mission, is to begin in just a few days. 149 flights will bring back stranded Indians from all across the globe. Majority of the flights coming from the United States, 13, 11 from UAE, 10 from Canada, and 9 from Saudi Arabia, UK, and other countries.